Hey Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everybody is well. We're gonna go ahead and do part one of my 3-part series of my deck collection, okay? This video is going to be my decks, the decks that I've created either on makeplayingcards.com, handmade, or the deck that has been given to me that was created for me basically, okay? And at the end, we will have a sneak peek of the newest handmade deck that I'm working on, okay? So if that's something that interests you, stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box. That's gonna have all the information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world. Now, the description box that I was talking about in the very beginning, that is where you're going to be able to find most of these decks. Not all of them. Some of them are very unique to only me. I'm the only one that has them. But most of them you can find in my deck store that is at makeplayingcards.com. And if anybody knows of any other platforms that you can make decks on, I'm open to that. So just let me know, you know. But yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started again. These are going to be in no particular order, guys. This is not going to be like, this is my first deck I ever created and all of that. It's just what's in front of me. We're going to go through it one at a time, okay? So let's start with the Karma deck. This is one of my favorite decks, guys, and we've been using this more and more often this year on the channel than ever before. I just love this, okay? My later decks have the date or the year, I guess I should say, but some of my early decks, you'll see they don't even have the year on them, okay? But if you know anything about me, then you know zebras for me are a signal for spiritual warfare, whether that's within yourself or with somebody else. And so the zebra is a telltale sign of what this deck is about. Now, I don't use this deck all the time, guys, because to be honest, it punches pretty hard. And it talks about karmics and drama and messy stuff, you know, and again, warfare. And these are just things that are not really a large aspect of my true life, you know, like my life is very peaceful. My life is very quiet. Even with my kids, my house is relatively quiet. You know, I don't have a lot of drama that happens here. Everybody gets along. Everything goes the way it should go. I keep myself pretty isolated, you know, so you know, warring with somebody every day, having a problem with somebody every day, getting into drama, hating on people, that's just something that's just not me. And so I don't really pull for this deck very often, but sometimes it's needed and sometimes it's necessary. Okay, so we all know this deck. This is probably my best seller on my, besides my aesthetic oracles, this is like one of the best selling decks that I have. And when I did this deck, I wanted to do number synchronicities because that's something that Spirit speaks to me a lot with, okay? So especially with time, like I'll see 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. I see my birthday a lot. I see my mom's birthday. I see my best friend's birthday. Basically, if you are somebody who's significant in my life, I will see your birthday. Okay, that's just something that happens. But I get a lot of signs through numbers. Okay, so I wanted to put on this deck basically just number synchronicities, and some of them are actually like you can tell, like this one, for example, 6, 4, 2. So instead of 2, 4, 6, where you'd be moving forward very rapidly, you're moving backwards very rapidly, right? Spirit has placed mirrors in front of them. They're stuck in spiritual purgatory. So some of these numbers really do have meanings for me. But yeah, this is one of the favorites in the shop. A lot of people love this deck because yeah, it gives the tea and it hits pretty hard, you know? And I just love the cover of this deck. Like, look at that. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Like, I could use that without the Moody Tarot stuff just on my wall as a picture. I love black and white. That's like my favorite color combo. And I never really, you know, as I've been researching my ancestry more, I found out a while ago that black, white, and red were like the tribal colors for my ancestors. And so it's just so interesting that I've always been kind of, you know, gravitated towards that. But yeah, I really do like this deck. It is one of my favorites, even though it can be a little harsh and we don't use it all the time, okay? So these two decks, everybody knows this. These are some of the other most popular decks in my shop here. Okay. These are the aesthetic oracles. This is the first one. This one came out in 2021. And the thing about me is that I can read through, obviously, messages like these ones. It says treasure chest, right? An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. Okay, well, there's not much up for interpretation when it comes to that deck, I like picture messages because I found it really tests my intuition. It really helps me, expand myself. And I feel like I'm a better channeler than I am an actual tarot or oracle deck reader. And the messages just come through a lot clearer for me, so I can look at something and I can get a whole bunch of messages. This is the deck, guys, that the bird bitches were birthed from, by the way. I'm just saying, okay? That term bird bitches did not really exist for me until this deck. Just because look at them. Right? And this one's like, oh, how dare you speak to me? And that one's like, I'm done with your shit. And this one's like, and that one's like, I don't even know why I'm here, guys. Okay? So, I don't know. I just, I really like this deck, and a lot of people love this deck. And I don't know, I was going through like a phase here. That's why it's called the Aesthetic Oracle. I was like, aesthetic. Okay? I don't know, guys. But anyways, I just really like this deck, and, how you can use your intuition to read with it. You come up with the messages. That's the point of these aesthetic oracles. That's why they don't have any kind of meanings and sayings and anything on there. It's all about what your intuition tells you. You can look at a card and have a completely different meaning from what even I see in the card. It's really up to you, and that's the best part about this. And we do use this deck a lot. I use the aesthetic oracles on Patreon more than I do here on the YouTube, but I do use these decks a lot. Now, the Aesthetic Oracle too, it took me a while to come out with this one, and I'm not really sure why. But that one was created in 2021. This one was created in 2024. Okay. So, but I have to connect with the images, and I have to have several different things that pop into my head when I look at the image before I'll even consider it worthy of being in the deck, But this deck kind of be hitting hard sometimes. I don't know, guys. I feel like I was on one when I created this deck or something, because it just be hitting hard, and it's got like a lot of different shadow messages that are in it for sure. But yeah, this is a deck that a lot of people love too, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback in regards to. So, and when I created it, I wanted to have like the Roman numeral 2, because obviously it's the second one, but then also like the Gemini, the nod to the Gemini gang. Okay. Yes, I thought I was very clever when I did that, guys. Okay. But y'all already know this deck. You guys are well versed in this deck, okay? So let's move on to something different. Let's do something handmade, okay? This is something that everybody recognizes. This is the Intuitive Oracle deck. This is one of a kind. Nobody else has this. This was a deck, and I'm thinking about expanding it. I'm thinking about getting some more of these black cards and just doing more drawings or whatever. I don't consider myself an artist. I mean, look at that. Okay, I'm just saying, guys, I don't consider myself to be like Picasso out here, okay? But this is just, messages basically that came through, and I don't know. This is something that we see in every single reading. I pull an intuitive message for every single reading. Even in the personal readings, they get an intuitive message pulled for them, okay? So it's just something that has been incorporated and has turned into a big part of this channel. And yeah, I'm just thinking about expanding, because I have other ideas and stuff for sure. So I don't know, guys. Let me know if you think I should expand this deck. But yes, this is a deck that is definitely a staple on this channel. We'll keep it right there, okay? Now, a deck that you guys don't see, when I used to have Instagram once upon a time, I've deleted all of my social media. I only have YouTube, Patreon, and then I have Facebook. But my Facebook is from years ago. I only got like 34 people on there. I never go on Facebook, like ever, okay? So I don't even know if that really counts. But when I did have Instagram, and a long time ago, I used to use this deck a lot more often, okay? And sometimes for like my personal readings, like if I ever do pull cards for myself, which isn't very often, but sometimes a girl gotta do what a girl gotta do, right? Because I can't seem to find a good reader out here. So when I do pull cards for myself, I'll use this deck sometimes because it is so versatile. It has messages about everything, okay? So deja vu, mystical things, right? Cupid's arrow hit me, a fresh new start, planting the seeds and watching them grow, manipulative person, out of your hands, something's out of your hands, fantasizing, I feel blocked, I'm sorry there's drama, can we just talk? Let's open up, I know it's over. I need more info about you. Changes in the wind. One of a kind. You make me better. Okay. I've been hurt a lot. Choose and move. It's just got all kinds of different messages. Big boss vibes. Okay. They want that smoke. Pay attention. Pay attention to your dreams, guys. Climbing mountains, getting over something, pull back your energy, right? Destined lovers, okay? It's just got so much in it. I feel secure with you. So, you know, I very rarely pull on people's feelings and how people feel about me because, number one, I'd rather hear it from them than a tarot reading or spirit, to be honest. I'd rather somebody open up and be vulnerable with me and tell me how they feel about me. But if I ever do pull on somebody's feelings or thoughts or what they're feeling or thinking in regards to me, usually it comes from this deck because it's just got so much, okay? You amaze me daily. I need space, third party, stability. I dream about you. These feelings confuse me. I hear songs and think about you. I wear a mask. I'm at a crossroads. I mean, it's just got so much. I want to move forward. I love the way you smile. I pushed you away. Yeah, and this is incredibly accurate too. Like, it really is. And it's just 2 decks of cards, okay, that I wrote on. Just different channeled messages and stuff. And like I said, it's not something that, if you guys, you know, after these videos, you guys can recommend decks that you want to see more once you see what I got. So if that's something that you're interested in, you want to see this deck more on the channel, I will definitely pull from it. But it's just something that kind of is like my private collection that is for me, and I don't really pull for a lot of people, okay? All right, next we have the only deck that I have been given, the only, well, not given, but the only deck that was created for me, okay? And this was from my mom. She created this. She printed out the cards. She laminated these things. She used colored pencils on them. This is not a deck that I use because look at how massive this is. It's huge. And it's kind of hard to shuffle, and the ends are kind of pokey, so I don't really use this deck. It's just for novelty purposes and just memories, you know. It's nice to have something, and the fact that my mom's the only person that's ever created a deck for me is just really nice, you know. But yeah, she drew all this herself, you know. She went through all of this, and any kind of colors she just came up with herself, and you know, it just gives me good vibes. It gives me good memories. You know, to have a piece of my mom, something that she really, because my mom was so proud of me for my tarot reading. She loved the fact that I was embracing my psychic abilities because pretty much everybody in my family has some kind of ability. Like everybody, like my mom was psychic and she was also medium. My brother is medium. He has mediumship abilities. My sister is very intuitive, borderlining psychic in my opinion, with like a dash of mediumship. My aunts I have a lot of mediums and for my aunts and psychics. My grandmother was very psychic with dreams and visions, and she prophesized a lot of stuff. So it's just been something that's been in my family, but I'm pretty much the first one that really, you know, came out to the world and was like, yes, I am psychic. I am this, I am that. So she's just really proud of what I was doing. And so she wanted to do this. This was a Christmas present I got. I think it was, or that or a birthday present. Either way, it was a present that was given to me. And again, I don't use this deck, not in personal readings or anything like that. It's just something that I have that's a piece of my mom, you know? Yeah. Good memories. I miss my mom. I had a dream about my Oma and my mom the other night. It was funny. My Oma was smoking a big old joint, which is just like her. I'm telling you, I'm happy she gets to smoke on the other side. Shit, you know? I walked up to her. She turned around. She had a joint in her hand. I was like, can I hit that? She gave me this crazy look. Like, you know you don't smoke anymore. She's like, here, you can take the small one. She gave me this little tiny pinner joint. I was like, okay. My mom was sitting down at a table playing some kind of game. I don't know if it was dice or dominoes or something, but yeah. It was kind of cool to see both of them in the same dream too. It made me feel like they like ride together or something. Yeah, I miss my mommy. My mommy. Anyways, I see her birthday number a lot. So I know she's with me constantly. She had always told me that too, like before she passed away, because she didn't have any idea. I mean, maybe she did in her mind or whatever, but we didn't have any idea that she was going to pass away. It was definitely a complete shock, unexpected. But she was telling me like days up until that, like, I can look out for you better. If I wasn't in this body, I could look out for you better. She always told me that. So I feel like she's literally fulfilling that, because I feel her around me constantly, you know? Anyways, let's move forward, guys, okay? The next deck that we have is the Moody Lovers Oracle, okay? This is a deck that you guys do see on the channel from time to time. And I will admit, guys, that I do kind of project onto the love readings. I'm just not comfortable with love energy. You know, I'm not comfortable with giving a reading about Prince or Princess Charming and the fairy tale romance, because that's just something that I've never had. A lot of my darkest encounters with people have come from love situations or people that I've really trusted. You know, people that I've went out of my way to give love to or to help, and then they turn around and they hurt me, you know? So it's just been really difficult, but it is something that I'm trying to integrate and cleanse out of my energy. But when I did this love oracle, I really wanted to have a deck that was realistic. Now, at one point, you're hearing it here first, guys. Yes, you are. At one point in my life, I did think that I was on a little twin flame journey. Okay, way back in the day, I thought that I had a twin. Okay, all the signs were checking out. Everything that all these people always tell you about twins. I mean, it felt like that's what it was. Okay, but I feel like that person was more of a lesson for sure. I mean, I don't know. You believe what you want to believe. Who am I to say that twins don't exist or whatever? I don't know, right? But this deck is kind of inspired by this person, because I went through like the whole fucking roller coaster of emotions with that person and through everything, okay? So, and they shall remain nameless, all right? But yeah, this was created in 2021. And okay, so like if I do readings, because I get a lot of love readings for like my personal readings, believe it or not, and when I do love readings, if I pull from like Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels versus my deck be fucking hitting hard, boy. Like, it don't pull any punches. I find that I get more lovey-dovey energy out of her deck than my deck, okay? And that was the purpose of this. That's why I wanted this to be a well-rounded deck full of light and shadow energies here. So we have like red flags, surrender, crown, okay? This could be your divine counterpart. The X-Files, Beauty and the Beast, push-pull, okay? There are a couple cards in here that are an ode to who I thought my twin was, but I'm not gonna say what those cards are, okay? That person's not in my life anymore, but I do see them from time to time every blue moon. So, and they know about my tarot channel, but I don't think they really watch me like that. But yes, okay. Ghost, in and out energy has caused distance. All right, the void. We have soulmate. We have contract void, past life energy, ancestral healing, lightning, wounded, a kiss, trickster, desire, tact. Okay, standoff, Apollo, soon, roses. We have a lot of energy in here. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, we have a lot of different energies in here. And I don't know, you know, this is not one of the most popular decks in my shop, but it has sold quite a few copies, and everybody who gets it, they love it. Now, the thing about this deck is that I'm the only one with this cover. I'm pretty sure. There might be one or two other people that got this cover with this deck. So you have to look for the Moody Lovers Oracle. Don't look by the picture. You won't see it there, because I think there was a copyright issue. But also, if you look really closely, you can see the red lines there. There was some kind of funky weirdness with the printing. So I just created a whole cover, a new cover altogether for this. But it's the same messages. It's just the back that's different. So yeah, this is kind of a one-of-a-kind deck for sure. But yeah, one of my favorites. I mean, I don't know. All my decks are one of my favorites, right? I can't really sit here and, and decide which one is my favorite. I guess if I had to decide, it would probably be the first Aesthetic Oracle, just because I just love that deck so much. Okay, let's see. Let's get into, okay, this is my first deck. I'm pretty sure this is the first deck that I ever created. And this is the motherfucking OG Oracle, okay? And this deck is so damn old. I don't even know when this deck came out, y'all. I'm thinking like 2018 this deck came out, but it doesn't even have the Moody Tarot on it or any kind of date or anything. Maybe I should upgrade this and put that on there. But yeah, a lot of people got this deck and a lot of people still use this deck, and I still get messages or comments and videos or people who get personal readings and tell me, I have the OG Oracle, I love that deck. It's just, you know, sometimes you don't really need a lot of talking. You know, I love to talk, okay? I do. But sometimes you don't need to have a lot of talking. Like, there may be drama and shocking news. Heard, right? Something is ending so something can begin. Okay, answers are coming. You'll see why soon. Forgive, but never forget. Release grudges to move forward. Think about something else, right? So sometimes you be pulling on something and Spirit's like, look, think about something else, okay? Take the chance you've been wanting to. This was meant to happen. They're not telling you the truth. Your intuition is correct. It's time to walk away. Get ready for unexpected news. Old soulmate returning. It's not meant to be. This is just a very clear-cut, to-the-point deck. Sometimes when you just need answers, you just need Spirit to just tell you something, and you know, and Spirit's like, look, there may be drama. That card been coming out, and avoid this. Yes, avoid the situation. There may be drama. Avoid it. It's not your problem, okay? That's why I love that deck. Sometimes it's just easy, you know? And this deck actually has, it's either this one or it's the Moody Tarot Oracle, but one of these decks has somebody is watching you from a distance. And it's interesting because I just started saying that like a year ago. That's not been something that's been here from the beginning, but it's almost like I was psychic, right? And I knew that I was going to say that eventually. So I don't know, guys. All right. Yeah, look, there it is. Somebody is watching you from a distance. Okay. Yeah, I knew that I was going to say it. This is when I elevated my energy, right? And I put the Moody Tarot Oracle on there, but it doesn't have the date. Okay. It doesn't have when this was made. You have a mission, a soul purpose. Remember that. Time to let go of what no longer serves you. Hold tight. Breakthroughs are coming. Setbacks will spring you forward. Abundance and stability are entering your life. Okay. You need to make a tough choice to move forward. Unexpected money. Soon you'll have the answer you seek. It's the same kind of energy. Okay. It's the same kind of energy. One would say, and you could say, that these are almost sister decks, really, kind of like the aesthetic decks, you know, one works with the other, you know, so yeah, give those a try, guys. This is another one of my oldest decks, okay, I don't think this has the date on it either, but I think it was created in 2019. It does have the date, 2019. There you go. Soul Connections. I don't use this deck very often, but I have pulled it out for a couple personal readings because sometimes you just need to use it. This is basically about like your soul's path with somebody, what you've been through, okay? This can talk about like this person will impact your life greatly. Okay, you were a guide for this person. This is your twin flame, or your twin flame is on the other side guiding you. I feel like if I have a twin flame, that's where they at. They're probably on the other side beating off fuckboys with a stick. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. You meet this person in almost every life. It has like cards like, you know, you were this person's parent, or you were this person's child, you were this person's enemy, you were best friends, okay? This is the first time that you've met this person in any lifetime. It has cards like that. So really, if you want to know like what your journey was with somebody, okay? This is what this is, basically. Like, you were enemies in your last life together. You were a parent to this person before. You've been married before. You have been each other's spirit guides before. You were sent to help teach this person a great lesson. Divine timing plays a role, right? This person has been sent to test you. It's just that kind of energy, guys. So yeah, that's what this is. And then there's the back to this deck. Of course, gotta show the backs, right? Backs to me are just as important as the front of the deck. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what back I want to use for decks. Okay, so wow, we went through these fast, guys. The next video is going to be my Oracle decks, and that is going to be a long video. I got to make sure I have the storage space for that because that's going to be a long video. I have a ton of oracle decks. And then after that, we'll do tarot, and that's going to be the end of this series, guys. So this is Echoes in Time. This is a deck that I only use for past life readings or like life purpose readings, or if you want to know more about what you're meant to do in this life, okay? Or some of your life themes, okay? Some of your soul's themes. This could definitely be like tapping into the Akashic records with this deck too. And I don't advertise that I do past life readings. I'm a big believer in reincarnation, okay? But it's not up to for me to plant seeds of what you need when you come to me. I'm like that old lady that's in the forest, in the cabin that you got to journey to, and you better have a fucking question ready, right? Like, don't come here to me asking me to figure out what you need. You need to know what you need before you come to me. If you want to know about your past life, sure. If you want to know about love, okay. If you want to know about money, if you want to know about karma, if you want to know about karmics, if you want to know about it, I'll read whatever you want to know about. You know what I mean? So that's what this deck is. Echoes in Time, one of my favorite decks. And this deck is thorough, guys. This is a very thorough deck. And this was created in 2019. I was on something in 2019. I was like a deck creating machine, okay? Anyways, we have generational curses, poverty, world peace, missing. I'm skipping some of them, guys. A star seed, tribal, ascension, an animal, gun violence, Norse, criminal, cold climate, addiction, royalty, a healer, samurai, ancient, water, religious leader, Rome, law, provider, crossing the ocean, family, civil rights movement, outcast. We have reincarnation. We have reincarnation twice, guys, okay? Card number 66 and 67. One of them talks about how you will be reincarnated. Okay, what is it? It's 67. Talks about you will be reincarnating again and again and again. You're learning a lot of lessons, right? You're an old soul. Card number 66 will tell you that this is probably one of your last times that you're going to reincarnate. So there's different messages, but kind of the same. I don't know. I was smoking, guys. That's what happens when you create decks when you're smoking weed, okay? I'm just saying, sometimes things slip, all right? So I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I'm not gonna lie. But either way, I'm happy that they do have kind of different meanings. Childbirth, pirate, mental illness, wealthy, World War I, famous, arranged marriage, South America, refugee, a loner, and explorer. It is so thorough. And that I was skipping through, guys. This is such a thorough deck. This has like everything. So if you want to know like who you were in a past life, if you want to know how you unalived or whatever, if you want to know what you'll be in the next life, okay? You can look into that, okay? And I really like this deck. Again, it's not one that's used often because it needs to be used in a certain context. But if you want to explore your own soul's history, this is a deck for you, for sure. Oh, and that's the back of it. Okay. And last but not least, oh, well, besides the sneak peek, we have breezed through this, guys. Damn, okay. Last but not least, we have Moody Messages. And this deck was created in 2021. This is another deck that is very thorough. And it's like no tea, no shade to this deck because I love all my decks, right? Some more than others. This is not one of my favorites, but it is in a sense that it's very thorough as well. I was just on some talking shit. I don't know, when I created this deck. If I had to choose a deck, I would probably choose something like the Aesthetic Oracle, because again, I like to read off of pictures, colors, animals. You know, I don't really need the words to tell me what the messages are. I find that it blocks my intuition. So something like this where it says Saturn, karma is simply someone getting what they've earned by past choices. That's what you or someone in regards to you may be experiencing now. Karmic balance is at play. Well, that's what you're getting for this message. It doesn't leave much for interpretation. That's pretty much what it is. But if I had just a picture of Saturn, I could come up with a whole bunch of that stuff. Like maybe you're into space. Maybe you're going to be an astronaut. Maybe you like astrology. Maybe you're going through a lot of karma right now. Maybe something's coming back around for you to deal with it. Maybe you're going through your Saturn return. You know? Maybe there's some volatile energies that you need to work out. Like I could think of a whole bunch of stuff if I just had the picture of Saturn. So, you know, but this is a good deck and I have had a lot of good feedback about this deck. Some people like that, especially for like new readers or baby psychics or people that, you know, their intuition is not as developed or they don't want to have to test their intuition. They just want the message to be told to them. This is a great deck for that. This has all the zodiac signs in it and a little message, okay? But King, the Key, Stormy, Bars, La Lune, Scorpio, Genie, Geist, which is German for ghost. And we have Wasteland, Lotus. I'm skipping through, guys. Pisces energy, Altar, Hawk, Capricorn, Drum, Libra energy, the Lovers, Crystal Ball, Smoke, the Jackal, Sunflower, Cupid, Cocoon, Evil Eye, Burnt Bridge, Harvest, Sagittarius energy, Dice. We have the Mountain, Apollo. We have Rain, Queen, Wings, T, Luck, Anchor, Virgo energy, Cancer, Arrow, Moody. Okay, Boost. We have Typhoon, Locket, Obsidian, Roots. Okay, and this deck took a long time for me to create because everything that is on here is from me. I didn't copy and paste nothing, okay? And I came up with all of this by myself. So yeah, this was one of the decks that it was a labor of love. But, you know, I'm not sad that I made it, right? I love this deck. Shit. You know, I love all my decks. Okay, last but not least, this is a sneak peek to, this is a handmade deck, so this isn't going to be available anywhere. I don't know if I'll ever make this into a deck or if this is just something I'll keep. It's kind of like a sister deck to the intuitive messages. I have been really big into Native American symbolism and learning it. I'm getting to the point where I can just look at the symbols and read what they're saying, like what they're talking about. I've been studying it a lot. And, you know, that's why you see it. And sometimes I'll have like symbols and Hagwa and stuff. And like, you know, I've just really been into it. So I wanted to do something that was kind of tailor-made around that. So we have Broken Arrow, which represents peace. We have the Thunderbird track, which is bright prospects. We have Lightning, which is swiftness. I do have this message one that I'm not sure if I'm going to keep in here or not. You know, that's like the best drawing I've ever done in my life, okay? I am not good at drawing. I wish I could find an illustrator, like somebody that I could trust, you know, that isn't like low-key competing with me or being weird. Like, I wish I could find an illustrator because honestly, I would love to make my own deck that's like of drawings, you know? Possibly even animals or something. I don't know. Anyways, we have the Buffalo, right? We have Karma, the Drying Rack, which talks about sustenance, plenty of meat, surviving through the winter, okay? Days and nights, life goes on, time marches on around this bitch. We have the Double Arrows, which is war. We have the Bird track. That's a bird track. That's the best I can do, guys, okay? But yeah, this is just different. It's kind of just like that, okay? And if you want to know where I got this, because this is an actual deck, guys. This is called the Invisible Tarot. It's just a deck full of blank cards. I kind of whited out this because I don't need this, and I just put whatever. I didn't want to do a tarot deck. I want to do more like an oracle deck, but I found this on Shein.com for like $3. Okay? Morning Star, Teepee, the Moon, Big Mountain, the Healer, the Sun, which is one of my favorite native symbols. There's plenty of symbols for the sun because a lot of tribes actually, you know, worshipped and prayed to the sun, but this is just the favorite one of mine. Okay, the arrowhead. These are very shiny. The eagle. There's the other one that's kind of not really surrounding native symbolism, but it's the light. The river, the rain, which is also another one of my favorite symbols. Yeah, so the peace pipe, of course, right? So yeah, that is that, guys, okay? Those are the decks that I have been created for me, okay? The next video, like I said, I don't know when it will be out, but it will be basically my oracle decks, okay? So I hope that helped you guys in some way. I hope you liked it, right? Enjoyed it, and I will definitely see you guys on the next one. Bye.